Ma'am, listen to me. Are you listening to me? Listen really close, okay? You don't get the judgment. You don't get the judgment. I'm not the person to give you legal advice. Let me ask you a question. Here's what I'm asking you.
Come on.
Not about that and about them. Why? I'm asking you that
And I'm
question.
just telling you right now.
Because to me,
She
oh
knew
my
it
God,
wasn't
you
easy.
don't even understand. You completely missed what I'm saying to you.
I think you missing what I'm saying. Back then, you was understanding what I was saying.
I understand.
Today, you acting brand new.
This mom is suing for $800 over a paternity test, but she's about to get a priceless lecture she definitely didn't ask for. The judge tries to explain that her son avoiding a teen pregnancy is actually a win, but she's so focused on the money that she completely misses the point. It's a classic case of missing the forest for the trees, or in this situation, missing the condom for the court case. Who do you think should pay for the test, the accuser or the son? Let's dive in.
Okay, back on the record in Thames versus Courtroom.
Yes, I'm here. This is Latoya, and I came down to the courtroom. What I'm trying to find out, Your Honor, because we see that Letitia not gonna pay, she not gonna show up. I'm trying to find out where is like the judgment at for it, for what you had granted for her to pay the $800 to me out of the $1,700. So I'm trying to find that so that way I can.
Ma'am, I thought we talked about this.
What's that?
We talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about it, but the lady, when I came down there, she was saying that you was under the impression like I was Letitia and wanted me to get back on Zoom. Because the total cost of the test was $1,700 and you granted her to pay me $800 because you said it wasn't fair for me to pay the whole thing by myself.
That's what you and the mediator agreed to. I didn't do that.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to get a judgment so that way I can go forward with trying to collect my money.
You got to go through, ma'am.
Okay.
I thought I explained this. I did explain this. I definitely explained this. I said, and this takes us back to the day when you guys did the agreement. You are now, because I had dismissed the case.
Okay, so was it ever
Ma'am, listen to me. Are you listening to me? Listen really close, okay? When you guys came up with the agreement, I dismissed the case because you guys had an agreement. Nobody won, nobody lost. The case was dismissed because there was an agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So if she didn't follow through with the agreement, we go back to reinstating the case and we have to go forward from that point. In other words, you can have a hearing and a trial and all of that. That's what I explained to you before.
Okay.
You don't get the judgment. You don't get the judgment based on the agreement. That was an out-of-court settlement, so to speak. If that fell through, we go back to two squares back, where you are the plaintiff, she's the defendant. You got to prove it. Yeah. She gets to fight over it, and we have a trial. You understand now?
Kinda, because I don't even be in court situations, so this is all new to me. So my point of the matter was that it's just kind of hard for me to keep getting off of work to come to court when I'm working in school full time for nursing and my clinicals are finna graduate. So they aren't gonna let me keep taking off. So I was just trying to get the judgment when I came down there for the last court stuff. They gave me a printout of some paperwork and it was a gentleman down there that says he handled judgments and to get back in contact with him. That's why I came in the courtroom on my lunch break.
This woman is treating the courtroom like a customer service desk, as if she can demand an instant refund because the wait is inconvenient. Complaining about missing work to a judge who literally controls your schedule is a fantastic way to guarantee you miss even more work.
I don't even know what you're talking about on that. I don't even know what you mean.
I'm just trying to handle it the right way. I thought that's what I was doing about the whole situation, but I don't know.
Well, look, ma'am, look. The other side of the coin is, based on the agreement that you came up with, to make up the $800 divided by $50 a month, one could make the argument that she's got 16 months to get that $800 to her, based on the agreement. She didn't follow the agreement because it specifically said monthly payments beginning May 15th. So she violated the agreement.
Correct.
But if you want, I can give her a few more months to see if she's going to pay.
Okay,
But
so
if not, we're back to not quite square one, but we're to the point of when we were here on April 19th, before you guys ever talked to the mediator. That's where we are now.
okay, so what I'm saying is, if we give her to what's this, June, this the second month she ain't paid, this the 17th. So if we giving her to like October and never received a payment, so then what I got to do, go pay another $20 to do the paperwork again to set it back in court? Or do I just apply for a judgment then, so I can go ahead and proceed to get seize property or whatever I got to do to get my money?
Ma'am, you don't have a judgment. You never have had a judgment.
Okay,
you guys
never
had
had
an out-of-court agreement
Oh, okay.
for her to pay $800. The case was dismissed.
By believing that you was going to abide by it.
Correct.
Okay.
You don't have a judgment. You will have to prove your case just like any other plaintiff in court. Okay?
Okay, because that day you were saying that don't go to trial and all of that stuff, come to agreement.
Right. Based on the agreement. But the agreement has fallen through. So we go back to where we were on April 19th, before you guys talked to the mediator.
Back and forth.
Well, ma'am, I don't know what you want to do, ma'am. I don't know what you want to do.
How do I file the paperwork to get a judgment? What do I got to do to go that way? Because me and her going back and forth in court and going on her word, that's not doing nothing for me. But just sitting up here, I'm the one got to pay the processing people, got to pay the $20 to keep filing the paperwork.
No. She doesn't have to be reserved, okay?
Yeah.
She got served. So no, you don't have to pay for the process server to serve her with the case all over again. I didn't say you had to start that far over. I simply reinstated the case. I took us back to that point.
So what, I need to bring my son in there because he the one had this altercation with her daughter. It ain't his child. So if I need to bring him in there as a witness and all the other kids that she has slept with as a witness too, how do I go do I got to get an attorney for this stuff to get these people subpoena? What I got to do? Because I don't know what to do. So I'm coming to you as the judge to guide me in the right direction.
Well, first of all, I'm not the person to give you legal advice.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. But I'm just trying to see how to prepare myself.
Let's start with that premise. Okay? If we have to have a trial, then yes, there will be, you can call witnesses.
Okay.
I will, you have to ask me for the subpoena. I'll sign the subpoena. You have to make sure whoever you want is properly, served in a timely way. In other words, you can't drop the subpoena off or have it dropped off the night before and say, oh, you're in court tomorrow. No, you got to give them 21 days. No. Okay, they got to be served 21 days before the hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know why you got to, your trial strategy, I suppose, is up to you. I mean, I don't know who you want to bring in here to testify.
You told me to prove my case, so I'm going to bring everybody in there that's going to help me prove my case.
Well, if that's what you feel you need to do, I'm not going to stop you.
Okay.
But I think that if my memory serves me correctly, you're suing her because
I paid for the paternity. Yep, I paid for the daughter was reached out to me when she was 6 months pregnant, said it was by my son. I paid for the paternity test out of pocket. The test results come back, which is in file. I provided all of that it was 0.00, not his. And so, and they just kept accusing it's his, and I got all the messages and everything of him, them contacting me, hounding me every day, and this, that, and the other.
Is he under the age of 18?
Yes. He's 15. He won't be 16 until Monday, and she's 16. She'll be 17 on June the 30th.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Maybe this is going to sound crazy to you.
I'm listening.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds like your son dodged a big bullet.
He did. He did. It was
Yes.
just the
Yes.
point of the
He did.
harassment and what they did.
No. Listen to me. Listen to
Okay.
me.
Okay. I'm listening.
Had he been declared to be the father legally, he'd be
Okay.
out a whole lot more than $800, right?
Correct.
Over the course of 18 years, right?
Yeah.
The judge is absolutely right here. Paying $800 to avoid 18 years of child support is one of the best returns on investment in human history. Most people would gladly pay twice that just to hear the words, "You are not the father." But this woman is so busy counting pennies that she can't recognize a win when it's staring her in the face.
Yeah. Why aren't you making your son pay you back?
Oh, he worked for it. Trust
Let
and believe.
me ask you a question. Here's what I'm asking you.
Come on.
Why is this about them and not about you having your son be, take some personal responsibility and, you and not have unprotected sex and all of that?
Oh,
why is it not about that and about them? Why?
Because you never asked about that part. You never asked about that part of it, and he had been.
I'm asking you that
and I'm
question.
just telling you right now.
Because to me, I can't control what everybody else does in the world.
You cannot.
And you can't control everything.
I can't control you and I can't control her. But this is the point of the matter.
But guess what?
I took my son to the doctor and got him checked out, and I got him educated on about sexual activity. Okay,
ma'am, you're missing the point.
No,
whether or not you can actually really control a 15-year-old, you're the mother, you're his guardian, you're his legal supposed to be able to control him, right?
Right.
This ought to be more of a teachable moment for him about who he should associate with and what a responsible male should be doing.
Well,
that's what it really ought to be about.
I handled that with him. I didn't need to bring that to court for no advice on that. I came to the court about my money, about that.
Telling a judge, "I didn't come here for advice," is basically the verbal version of shooting yourself in the foot. It feels like the judge is trying to step in and parent her son because she has zero interest in the lesson. She's only there for the money.
But you're going to subpoena him. You're going to have him come to court to testify about this.
I sure am, because I wouldn't even be in the court if this wouldn't be affiliated with him.
But he's choosing who to affiliate with. You got to tell your son to, not affiliate with certain folks and in certain ways. That's what the takeaway ought to be about this. That's what the takeaway is. I can't hear her. She's muted.
I didn't do anything. She muted herself.
You're muted. I cannot hear you, ma'am.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Okay. Yeah, I just hope that this is a learning experience for him, because this is a big mess anyway.
Well, do you think that if you have a trial where you make the issue about them accusing him, do you think he'll get that message?
Hopefully he already got it.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he'll get that message. The
Why
message
you don't
that
think
he's
so?
going to get is, why don't I think so? Your son dodged a major bullet. And quite frankly, it is a beautiful thing that you were able to help him dodge that bullet. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if I were you, holy cow, I'd be having him pay me back. I would make him pay you back. I mean, that's what I would be doing if I were you.
The thing about it is they both need to pay me back, him and her. That's what was the point of it, was $800 on her end and $800 on my end.
You can't. But the point is, you can't control what this girl does. You can't control.
Well, she should have never contacted me saying it was his. She should have went on about her business.
Oh,
she knew it wasn't
you
his.
don't even understand. You completely missed what I'm saying to you.
I think you missing what I'm saying. Back then, you was understanding what I was saying. Today, you acting brand new.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Okay, well, act like it.
To me, the most important thing out of this is your son ought to have different behavior from this point forward. I mean, look, I can remember when I was 16 and I just got my driver's license. and on I-75 near Sashaval Road, going up this hill, okay? My dad paid the speeding ticket. He helped me to dodge that bullet.
That's your daddy.
But guess what else?
What?
I had to reimburse him for it because the lesson to be learned was I needed to be responsible for how I drive and not speed, you see. That was the lesson. There was no argument about should we say the cop was rude to him or should we have a whole kerfuffle about, did the cop hide in the weeds and all that other kind of stuff. The takeaway from it was he helped me to dodge the bullet because he paid the ticket, but I had to pay him back because it was my behavior. I was in full control of that car, his car actually, and nobody else. And your son's in full control of you know what and nobody else. So I'll just leave it there, ma'am.
This woman is so obsessed with the principle of the money that logic doesn't even register anymore. You can practically see the judge dying inside as he realizes this teachable moment is bouncing straight off her forehead.
So what are you planning on doing about the pre-trial stuff since I can't get the judgment or never had
You'll
a judgment?
get something in the mail. That's the end of it. You'll get something in the mail, ma'am. You'll get it in the mail. So I got to move on.
Bye.
Got to move on.
You've got to give the judge some credit here. He really tried to turn this into a lesson about responsibility, but all this woman cared about was getting her check. It just goes to show that some people would rather be right and get their money back than actually teach their kids how to be better people. Do you agree with the judge's tough love approach? To me, it feels like parenting has gotten way too soft these days. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.